Nervous by Crying City. Now it's got a really cool power chord intro like that as well. And then once they've played through the twice, if you listen to the original, it's got a lead guitar in the background going. But let's take you step by step. We're going to start with the power chords. We'll then later convert those to bar chords, and then we'll also obviously show you the riff as well. So as we said, power chords first. Please make sure you do have the PDF for the song that I sent along with it. If you need a copy of the PDF, please don't hesitate to WhatsApp me or to send me an email or message me via my YouTube channel. I'll be more than happy to send you a copy. Okay, first of all, B to an F sharp, and then G to a D. Let's focus and see what is our fretting hand doing with those power chords. If you're still quite new to power chords, this is actually quite a nice song to learn. It's actually from a TikTok apparently, and it's got quite a few views. It's actually growing. I think it's going to be a really cool song. But enough talking, more playing. Our opening chord, B5. It says power chords on the PDF. 5 means power chord, not the 5th fret or the 5th string. Okay, you're starting off with finger number 1, actually on the 5th string. That's coincidence. That note I'm playing now is B. And then you can use fingers 3 and 4. Notice my fingers are numbered, so you can use your 3rd and pinky, ring and pinky on fret number 4, string 4, and string 3, like that. Some guitarists like putting their finger flat, so over there now I've got my ring finger, number 3, going flat across both 4th and 3rd string, and my personal favorite, same concept, but I use my pinky across strings 4 and 3, and that's my way of playing power chords. So 3 ways: first way, second way with the ring finger only, third method with the pinky only. Whichever one works, that's cool. But notice that whatever one you use, the shape does not change. The position, or in other words, where you play it, changes. Also, one last thing with the power chords, you only play 2 to 3 strings, ideally 3. So your B5 power chord should sound like this. Now if I focus just quickly onto my strumming hand, I'd like you to observe that it's a very small stroke. Here's my pick in the hand there, and you can see it striking that string, the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. And that's the opening rhythm for it. Okay, so you're only playing those 3 strings, and keep your hand nice and close to the strings. None of this, because you could end up striking too many strings. Okay, back to our fretting hand. The transition from the B5 to the F sharp 5 is actually really cool. All we do is simply move all of this up 1 string. And now we're going to strike strings 6, you can see it moving there, 5, you can see that moving hopefully, and then 4 also moving. And that's your F sharp 5 power chord. Okay, so B. I'm just pulling those down so you can see the fingers, but normally I just do this. But the reason why I pulled it out the way is that you can see my fingers a bit better for clarity. Following chord, G5. You simply take this chord from frets 2 and 4 up to frets 3 and 5. That's my G5 power chord. Notice the shape hasn't changed shape, it has simply moved position. And the last power chord, D5, comes down a string, but also at the same time moves up to fret number 5 and 7. So your first 4 chords, in fact the only 4 chords really the whole way through, is going to be B, F sharp, D, and remember what I said earlier, I would normally have my fingers like that, so I'd just normally have them, because then my fingers sort of act like a spacer. It stops my hand from doing this or going crazy. It keeps it sort of a positioning for it. I'm just putting it out the way so you can see the changes a bit clearer. And if you wanted to do fingers 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 3, and 4, like I said in the beginning as well, you could also do it like this. Sounds the same. I didn't like the extra fingers, so I'm going to stick with this one. But in essence, that's it. Let's play it through together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... It's as easy as that. It just cycles over and over. Now, before we go to the bar chords, we're going to stay with the overdrive, and we're going to now look at the guitar tune that gets played along against the power chords. So if you're jamming with a friend, for example, your friend can play while you play the power chords, and the two will work well together. So that's your opening 2 bars. I'm going to sit and focus more onto my fretting hand now, so you can see the fingers and everything that we're using. There's a multiple way of different doing it. The counting is underneath as well. So if you're not sure of the timing for the guitar tune that you're playing, if you're not sure of the timing, 1 and 2 and 3, and for example, you've got the counting underneath there for you. Okay, so let's zoom in over here and see what our fretting hand is up to. You're starting at fret number 10. I'm using the ring finger number 3. I also don't have an issue if you use your middle finger as well. So it's one of those tunes where I'm not going to be sort of too fussy if you're using finger 3 or finger 2. I would though not like you to use number 1 to start with. So let's do the middle finger just because we can. And it's going to go 10, 9, and then from there to the 7, it moves from the first string to the second string. So you're going to have... And if I sit and focus now on my left and right hand together, I'd like us to watch how we go from that first string to the second string when you switch to the 7th fret. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And I added that little extra because that's on the count of and 2 in the next bar. And then it stays with that 3 and 4 for the second bar as well. So your first and second bar together, slow motion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And without the counting, I'm just going to lead you in. 1, 2, 3, 4 and... Simple as that. Now for the 3rd and 4th bars. And this has got some nice slide applications as well. You're now still on the 2nd string, but fret number 8. First finger, fret 8. And you're going to go... And you've got the same timing as you had for the first bar. 8, 10, 7, and then 7, 5. You can slide it like that. In other words, I pick the 7 and I slide to the 5th fret. Then I pick the 5 and I slide to the 3rd fret. So I can have something that looks like this. And I'm going to focus on both hands because now you can see when I'm picking and when I'm sliding. We're going from the 7, 5. You can see I'm only picking twice. First pick. Slide, second pick, and you just slide. So if we do it the whole way through now, all 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, and... And that's in essence your introduction lead part. Now next up, we're going to look at the bar chords. Okay, the overdrive is off, so basically... It's a clear sound now. I'm going to take the echo away a little bit there. So it's going to be... And we're going to convert those power chords into bar chords. Now, on the diagram, you'll see there's another group of 4 under the bar chords. It's got a B minor. It's going to have the F sharp minor. And this is when they start singing. Watch the shape with the G, and then you're going to go to D. Now, I'm going to show you a different way to play D because that's not my favorite, but we're going to get there shortly. Okay, in the beginning, B minor. The trick with bar chords, you have to unfortunately place your first finger flat across all 6 strings in the 2nd fret. Middle finger number 2 goes onto the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Fingers 3 and 4 go onto your middle 2 strings, strings 4 and 3 in the 4th fret, and this is B minor. And you should strum it from the 5th string down. The transition from there to F sharp minor is quite a cool one. Step 1, lose the middle finger, lose the number 2, and 3 and 4 simply come up a string and you strum all 6. Simple as that. For the G, if you don't like bar chords and you just want to get into it slowly, of course you can play normal G and you can play normal D as well. I don't have an issue with that, so you can do it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, D, and off to D, and here we go in B minor, and it's also going to sound pretty cool. But for those that want to do the bar chords, you were on F sharp minor, remember this? Fret number 2, fingers 3 and 4 on the 4th fret of strings 5 and 4. Middle finger is not doing anything. You can anchor it behind the first finger or just have it hanging there. You slide up 1 fret to fret number 3, and now the middle finger goes onto the 3rd string, 4th fret, and this is my G as a bar chord. And then I said earlier that I don't like this D. This is the sort of traditional D. I've got fat little fingers. These things over here just don't fit inside the fret so nicely for me. So what I've learned to do is I put my 1st or my 4th finger flat. So you can see he's bending quite a bit there. I'm going to put a bit of an angle there. You can see a nice big bend backwards. And I play my D like that. You may use your ring finger. And believe it or not, I actually have lots of students that actually still prefer doing it the traditional way. I don't really mind. Or you can just go for normal D. This in essence is the whole song. It's all the parts you need to play Nervous by Crying City. It's a really cool song. I love the intro read. Hope you enjoy it too. Have an awesome week and don't hesitate to give me any questions. Cheers.